It's a pleasure to be here this morning in one of the kickoff events for the Clear the Air Challenge, which is a 1-month enlistment of all of our citizens to do a better job about driving or pick up carbon-free, gas economy-free things to do for the air in our community and to make their driving more efficient. It's terrific to be here. We have about as many elected officials that have ever gathered together in the state right here.
Yeah, right.
And they are like herding cats. I've been 10 minutes trying to move them over here. But it's good to see you all. The order of the day will be, we'll hear from Governor Gary R. Herbert. We'll hear from Salt Lake City Mayor Becker. We'll hear from Salt Lake County Mayor Peter Corroon, and we'll hear from the UTA Chief Executive Officer Mike Allegra. They all have a different message, but the key today is to demonstrate not only by being here, talking about it, get on one of these great trains and travel north. We'll stop at Woods Cross, basically repeat this with Davis County officials, then it's on to Ogden to be greeted by Mayor Godfrey to talk about Weaver County officials. And at each stop, we will leave those officials a packet to encourage their communities to become players and part of the Clear the Air Challenge. One of the things the state has done, and we invite people to participate, is the TravelWise program, which has been part of the program that's been put together. That program allows you to go onto the computer, sign up, and track your new habits, your new carbon-free, fuel-efficient habits. And at $4 a gallon, that's a habit we all want. So that'll be part of the program where people can go in online and subscribe and get going. So without a lot more, we need to pull out of the station. It's a little bit of Switzerland this morning. We're going to go to the train about 9:20, so we'll ask our officials to be short and succinct. And at this time, it's my pleasure to introduce and welcome Governor Gary Herbert. Governor.
Well, thank you, Ted. It's an honor to be with all of you today, and thank Ted for his leadership. I know it is like herding cats to get politicians together, but he's doing a good job of organizing this event for us today. Let me just make an observation or two. One, as we look around here this morning at the bluest of blue skies, and we look at the great environment that we have here, it's hard to believe for a lot of us that we have an air quality issue. We all recognize the uniqueness of Utah, our topography, our weather patterns, our meteorology, and we do recognize that in fact we do have too many days of the year an air quality issue and an air quality problem. So it's incumbent upon all of us to work together to see what we can do to in fact improve that. And we have opportunities because of mass transit, our light rail system, our front runner system, which we're going to run on today, to in fact get automobiles off the roads, eliminate emissions, and in fact improve air quality. It's not only good for the air and our environment, but it's good for our family budget. And particularly as we're approaching gasoline at $4 a gallon, again, opportunities for us to enjoy mass transit, whether that be light rail, heavy rail, or bus service, is something that will help us financially as well as help clean up the air. So this Clean Air Challenge today is really about us and heightening awareness, and us all understand that we have, each of us, a role to play in improving our environment and our air quality. Now, there's going to be a few things that are going to be talked about by Mayor Becker and Mayor Corroon and others, but let me just mention a couple things that the state is doing in our behalf to do our part. First off, we are converting many of our fleet to natural gas. Again, as most of you know, compressed natural gas is a cleaner fuel. It eliminates the emissions and pollutions in our air. So at least at the state level, our fleet is being converted over to some natural gas powered vehicles. We're encouraging others in the private sector to drive compressed natural gas automobiles also, and they'll find that not only does it clean the air, but they're going to save, again, significant amounts of money. you can, in fact, we've created the I-15 corridor with the help of Questar and others, so you can drive literally in Utah from Idaho to St. George and fuel all the way along I-15 with compressed natural gas. We also here just recently opened up our first liquefied natural gas, LNG station, where particularly for our long-haul truckers, they have less expense. It's less expensive than traditional diesel fuels, and you get better miles per gallon. So economically for our truckers, liquefied natural gas is really a good thing, and we're going to be adding more LNG stations to our I-15 corridors and getting us from here to California. So again, that's something I think that's exciting for, again, our truckers. Last but not least, let me just kind of emphasize what Ted Wilson talked about. Our Travel Wise program. Again, everybody has an opportunity to travel wisely. Somebody just takes a little bit of foresight, a little bit of forethought, and look at, can we trip chain? Can we combine trips to the store, to wherever we want to go from 3 to 1? We have opportunities, I think, to plan, and sometimes we have opportunities to walk rather than get in our car and drive a block or two, just to walk. I know Mayor Becker is a big biker, and he likes to get on his pedal bike and bike around town. Good exercise as well as helping keep the air cleaner. I know all of us have opportunities to have carpooling and do more of it. I'm pleased that myself, I always carpool. I've got security or staff with me, and so I'm always carpooling. Again, rather than taking multiple vehicles to an event, again, we're trying to do our part. And today we are unveiling the Travel Wise mobile tracker, which is going to allow people to participate in this program using their smartphones and other mobile phone devices, and actually enroll and track what you're doing and see how much you're saving and what your contribution is to air quality and improvement of air quality. So we'll invite everybody to sign up and do that, and I know we've done it today ourselves, and so again, another opportunity for us all to participate. So in conclusion, let me just say that as governor of this great state, I encourage everybody to look at what they can do, what their contributions can be to help improving our air quality and our environment. It's a bipartisan effort. Air quality does no political boundaries. It's really incumbent upon all of us in working together. And we're not asking for one person to do everything. We're asking for everyone to do something. And we thank everybody for that participation. And thanks for being here today.
Well, good morning. Hope you all are enjoying the passing of spring, because I think we're quickly into summer. I want to spend just a minute talking about the Clear the Air Challenge and how it came about, because I think it's an important part of how we get things done and how we really make major improvements within our community, and obviously particularly as it relates to clean air. 4 years ago, Mayor Corroon, Governor Huntsman, then Governor Huntsman, and I decided to convene people who had an interest in clean air. We pulled together all of the governmental agencies and entities at the federal, state, and local level, and then we pulled together from the private sector, profit and nonprofit sector, the range of interests, the environmental organizations, the faith-based organizations, the chambers of commerce, and others who we knew had a particular interest in our air quality, and asked them what can and should we do beyond just responding to the federal regulatory regime. What can and should we do to improve air quality in our Wasatch Front region, which suffers from some of the worst air quality in the country? They met, and it turns out that even among governmental entities, it's the first time they had all gotten together. And they met over a few meetings as part of the Salt Lake Solutions Project, and said the most important thing that we can do as a community and to improve air quality is to reduce single occupant vehicle use, which is the vast majority of the way people get around. So we then asked them, so what are the most important things that we can do to improve air quality if that's our single most important element? And they're the ones who arrived at this Clear the Air Challenge. It was, in its first summer, an amazing success. We reduced VMTs, as they're called, vehicle miles traveled, which is a reflection of single occupant vehicle use, by more than 1 million VMTs in our first effort. Last year, we upped the effort and improved it to 2 million vehicle miles traveled. And it is that cooperative, engaging spirit that we need to continue to elevate if we're going to improve air quality along the Wasatch Front. So this year, under our Drive Less, Drive Smarter effort as part of the Clear the Air Challenge, we are asking more people to get engaged. Whether it's a challenge of company against company, of course we're all for the same thing, which is air quality, or office against office. We have an ongoing challenge with our office and Mayor Corroon's office, with our organization and Utah Transit Authority, that helps make people more aware and helps get more people involved in doing what we can each do in our communities, in our businesses, in our individual lives. And the benefits will be enormous for all of us. There is no question that whether you look at this in terms of the effect it has on economic development, of people who want to live here and continue to live here, or who want to move here as businesses or with their families, whether we look at it in terms of the cost to each of us in our pocketbooks every week, or whether we look at clean air in terms of our energy security and our smart use of energy, they all end up with the same product, which is a smarter traveling public and a much better air quality for us. So we've got some impressive numbers to build on from last year, where our month-long campaign our goal this year is, beginning June 13th, is to engage 10,000 people this year in 2 million vehicle and reduce 2 million vehicle miles and 300,000 vehicle trips and 3.4 million pounds of emissions. We invite all of you to go to the cleartheairchallenge.org website, where there is a way to register and quickly follow the things that you're doing, and to tell your stories, and to hopefully not only feel better about your own lives, lighten your loss of income and money lost in paying for gas, but also improve the air quality. I have with me today my UTA pass. We encourage people to use UTA. We are at the central point for transportation in the whole state and the whole Wasatch Front here. Commuter rail will be taking, light rail, buses on the other side. We've got a bike transit center. Whatever mode suits you well, including just chaining your trips together so that you reduce the number of trips you make. We encourage you to get involved, make a difference, and improve our air quality. Thank you.
I always say the great thing about the Clear the Air Challenge is that it's got a little something for everybody. For those who want to get healthier, you can walk or ride your bike, as Mayor Becker does, and here's his new bike on display here. For those people who have longer commutes, they can take the train or the light rail to make it a little easier upon themselves, or the bus, as I like to do on occasion. And for those who want to keep riding in their vehicles, they can still do the trip chaining, as Mayor Becker said. They can try to combine trips together. My favorite thing actually on the weekends is to walk with my kids up to the grocery store. So that's a way that we do a little something for the environment and stay together as a family and do some fun things together. So I always say it's like the Life cereal commercial where Mikey, everybody wants to see if Mikey will like it and try it first. And so we today as the elected officials are trying it and have tried it and like it, and so we want to encourage the community to do the same. It's good for the environment, it's good for our health, and it's good for all of us as a community to work together on this issue. Thank you.
Good morning. It's a lovely day out here. My job today is to talk to you about the vision, and no pun intended, but there's a lot of visioning going on right now. The vision about Clean the Air Challenge. the vision about the development around this station. Last week we had the U.S. Secretary of HUD here.